Let's get physical, physical. I want to get physical. It happened. I'm physical. We're going to talk about that today. No, I won't give up my day job. What is this? What is this? What is this? What does it all mean? This is what we think we are, and we think everything is this. Let's talk about the physical world. We're going to talk about more secrets that could go, aha, for you, that'll allow you to go through these next few years where we're transforming into an amazing space and take you into a space of peace where you understand what it is and you actually contribute to the transformation in a positive way. But I want to help you because I know that so many of you think that everything is just physical. It's everything but. You ready? I'm going to share something really cool with you, so hang in there with me. Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through the fears and live an amazing life. Okay, I promise not to sing. We are physical, we are spirit, we are light, we are everything, we are nothing. We are one. That means all that is and is not, always was and always will be, is you. We cannot comprehend that as human beings because we have brains like little peas. And we use just this much of all of this that is not used. Now, what is that? Now, I want to just remind you of something. Our DNA holds all kinds of space in it that we call junk DNA. Why would it be there in the first place if we believe in things evolving, physically evolving, things adapting? How can something be there that we aren't even using now as supposedly evolved beings? The same thing with our brain. How can we just be using this much and there's all this sitting there doing what? It is a physical gift all of us possess that we can transition into like that. So in order for us to be able to go to that high level great awakening and use those powers, you ready for this? I hope you get a aha moment with this one. In order for us to transition to the Great Awakening in a, boom, short period of time, which could be years, a few years, right? The physical body couldn't take that. The Great Awakening, it can't take it. So in order for us to be able to play out the role of awakened beings going into a completely different dimension, higher dimension, the body, in order for us to continue on this physical experience and adventure, has to be prepared for that. Yeah? Yeah? Did you like that one? I didn't read that anywhere, by the way. I just decided, why is that? We have all this. And the answer came to me. Because you can use it anytime you want, but we're not using it. We're still acting like material, dense beings, fighting with one another and arguing. And that keeps us in that little space, in that DNA, in that coiled up space instead of expansion. When you go to a higher frequency within this vibrational experience of being a human, when you raise the frequency, things within our body open up, expand, and go into the quantum field, which gives us all those amazing abilities that we actually possess right now but aren't using. It's a choice. So in order for me to transcend to the new earth, eventually we won't eat, where there's a lot of things we won't do. That body has to make some changes. We've talked about the symptoms of awakening. The body has to transition into that space where it's way out there. A high frequency, right? What happens when somebody is singing, the glass blasts open? That's what we are. If we were to hit those high frequencies within the dense body that we have, without going into those spaces that are prepared for us to do that, we'd probably literally blow up. Maybe that's what happened. Have you ever heard of that spontaneous people, blow ups? People, they just, maybe that's what's happening. I don't know. Probably not. But let's just say that's pretty much what it equates to. Therefore, you are already, through the big plan, in a body, a physical body that you chose that can handle whatever you're going to choose within your frequency. So if you come here and you decide this is the time I'm going to come, help transition the planet, but I'm going to go into super high frequency, I'm going to move past the judgment, I'm going to move past fear, I'm going to move past all the crap that makes us, pea-brain idiots here, right? Who'd you vote for? Why are you doing this? I'm not getting this. I am getting it. And somebody sent me a link about the vaccine and said, you need to see this and tell everybody. I said, I'm not doing any such thing. That's that physical world that we're caught up in that is irrelevant. Do you know when you go to that high frequency and you actually go into that space of the brain and the DNA expansion, no illness can overcome that state of being. In other words, you get all the shots you want. It's not going to bother you. Have you ever heard of people that can drink poison and do all the things? That's real. That's real. They're going into a state of being where the physical body is no longer affected by it. Now, you still are physical. Don't get me wrong. That's the experience of the density. But within the physical body, we now expand and we take the divine and the physical become one. And so the divine transcends the physical into the best it can be. Do you like that? That's what we're going into. So when you, as a physical being, are still acting like a yin-yang, and you're not getting that all of this stuff you're feeling and the arguments and the stuff, you guys are on all these channels, I know, because I see what's happening in my subscribership, and I actually know where you guys are going. I get all the stats. And that's why my subscribers are going down. That stuff's getting cleaned out because it serves no good purpose. A lot of that's fear-based and conspiracy-based, and you're over there. You're actually digging deep into that pea-brain, dense thinking that is not expansive, not loving, not community-based. Our survival is not going to be about you hoarding stuff or preparing for the worst. It's going to be about the community. And as long as there's community taking care of one another, you won't have to worry about any of that. You won't. Because as long as we have a community that's giving, we will all pull together resources to make sure that we as one are just fine. And so it's not about who survives that or who doesn't. It's about what we did within it. So if it meant that somebody perished during this whole global challenge or whatever cataclysmic things are to come, because they always will. That's just part of the evolution of the planet, testing us. Whatever happens physically, it's how they handled the situation, what they did within it. Were they heroes? Did they go out that way? Or were they clinging and hoarding and arguing and judging? Lower frequency. That was it. Physical body's irrelevant because this physical body is just temporary. It's just an experience of what you are, which is massive. So what happens then is going into that higher frequency, we're connecting to a quantum field that now is 100% responsive to us on the highest frequency. In other words, it's 100% responsive right now. It's doing everything that you think and believe. But when you go in the higher frequency, all those thoughts and everything is just in a space that's mind-blowing. And it goes into this unbelievably open space. Have you ever seen these movies? What was, what's the one, 2001 Space Odyssey? You know, they can't even imagine what's in store for them. And if you know the ending, well, Hal, the robot, starts to have these conversations with the astronaut. It's pretty eye-opening because we as humans can't imagine that we can just create planets, that those things can happen with the right combination of frequencies and thoughts and desires and all those things. These things can happen, which is why it doesn't happen all that frequently, is because we're focused on other things, right? So when we all focus on amazing, exploration of, creating and expanding in the physical world, wow, we could have free energy. We already have all that stuff now. We just choose not to use it because our lower density pea brains, coiled up DNA, me, get the money. If this changes, I won't have control and power and money. It's not about the individual. That's humanity. So, does this make sense? Was that an aha moment for you? Because I know a lot of you are going to get this and go, oh my gosh, all of that's waiting for me to be able to transition into that superpower of manifest community, healing, no fear, no judgment, total love and compassion. Pain, you'll experience some of that. But that's going to start to dissolve too. Because the more people that go into that space and start to use that brain power where we can actually, some of you do it now. I can do it. You actually know what people are thinking. You can sit with them, know about them, right? You can know the future. You can see things. You can, and when I say the future, as it exists in a split second, because that is ever changing too. We get to change anything. That's why I said, anybody who predicts the future isn't really predicting the future. They're just giving you the situation as they see it in that moment, and that we can change it. And you can do all of that right now. It's so much fun. Are you ready to go into that? How much fun to be the divine in a body that gives us what we believe are limitations, yet we can actually push that divine out beyond the confines of the physical body to do off the charts, cray, super cool stuff. And then, they're already showing, scientists have already documented that DNA, especially when you go into meditation, whatever, actually expands, uncoils, right? It doesn't curl up. It uncoils and it opens up. What is that? That's a higher frequency energy field. And then we start to use different parts of our brain, especially in meditation, they start to light up. Pretty cool, huh? I can't snap with my glasses in my hand. You want to explore that? I think we should start doing some things. Now, I'm going to start introducing a membership where you can come in and every month, you can just every month participate in some of these things. We're going to actually start to explore some of this. Every month, go into Manifest Anything down below, landriaonkka.com. You can sign up for my weekly videos. I'm going to start announcing some things that are going to happen that I'm not sitting around, talk to the hand. You're powerful, so wham, mommy and daddy didn't love me. Get over it. It's time. We're done with that. Let's focus on exploring this power and saying, okay, all that stuff was me being able to transcend the human body so that I can access all of this. Pretty cool. All right, you guys, come on over to landriaonkka.net. Get started. Is people learning new skills. They're getting jobs online. They're becoming writers online. They're consulting people. They're becoming coaches. They're getting all kinds of extra income online. Some people are creating their own businesses. Some people are just being affiliate marketers, promoting soy candles and, healthy vitamins and vegan. I mean, just really cool stuff. Get paid for it, doing research and all stuff. Expand, and do good things with it. We want to do that. We want to manifest on a higher frequency. So sign up for that. That's a free video series. And if you go down below, that's Manifest Anything. Please subscribe. This whole media thing, this whole social media stuff is just, I don't watch it. I don't look at it. I don't listen to it. I create it. Be the positive change. Come on over and see me on Instagram. I have a business success series, which you get here. And also I have a spiritual, a little blurb that I do, usually about 4 minutes, where I talk about just our daily challenges and get you to think a little bit about how you can shift into that higher frequency. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Let's get physical, do. Okay. No, I won't. Maybe I'll sing a couple more tunes. No, okay, I won't. Blessings to you, my friend. You are unconditionally loved. That's a fact. Namaste.